Hello, and welcome to my NXT review. A lot of things going on this show tonight. So, what does NXT have in pack tonight? Since this is a show I watched first tonight, I'm kind of glad I did watch this show first tonight in this whole Wednesday night war, or whatever you want to call it at this point. But what does NXT got going on tonight? Number one, we do have, of course, Vic Joseph, Beth Phoenix, and Wade Barrett, who is not actually there this week, but somewhere in Dexter Loomis's basement, as he said. So he is a ghost commentator tonight, folks. Wade Barrett, he is. But we do kick it off with Johnny Gargano and The Way coming out there with him versus Dexter Loomis. I still think The Way sounds like something they stole from The Mandalorian, but this match, though, since they were trying to make sure Austin Theory actually made it out there so he didn't get kidnapped this time, and they looked all in circles and whatnot, this was interesting match, let me say that. I know they showed at one point Indy Hartwell trying to flirt with Dex Loomis, telling him to call her and everything. But of course, Theory did get involved in this match. Of course, he had a was like a chair at one point, which he was like he was gonna hit Loomis with it, but Loomis ended up staring at him, then taking the chair away from him. Gargano trying to fake his leg injury and whatnot. But Candice had told Theory to hit him with the chair, but basically Theory was all kind of stone faced in or just froze and whatnot, which Gargano tried to get Loomis, but Loomis ended up putting him in the Katagame, and Johnny Gargano passed out. Okay match. I know some would say, why is the champion getting beat on TV? Obviously, I think Loomis may be taking that belt off of Gargano. I actually thought it would have been Kushida, but knowing somehow, some way, I think Dexter is going to get the belt and take it off of him. So I see that happening. They had an MSK video, which was a very good video, I should say, to basically tell who both Dez and Wentz are. I liked it. It was really good. They were basically talking about how they came up and how they traveled the world, and basically just giving their real life story, especially Wentz, talking about his dad and whatnot, and how both of them have became wrestlers and everything, how they want to become the best tag team in NXT since they won the Dusty Classic. So, yeah, very good video package on both Dez and Wentz, actually finally telling who they are, not just joking around, making them look like goofballs and whatnot. But after that, they then went to Malcolm Bivens and Tyler Russ, who came out, which they keep showing footage of Malcolm Bivens checking on Leon Ruff, saying if he was medically cleared, which is kind of funny, is that Malcolm Bivens just hangs around the trainer's room every week wondering, like, okay, who can I get Tyler Russ to face that's kind of hurting? Like, hey, you medically cleared, right? You good to go? Yeah, I know you hurt right now, but you can wrestle though, right? You just medically cleared. We're gonna get you in the ring, and you'll go against my boy right here. That's what it's gonna be. But as they both came out, they did call out Leon Ruff to face. Leon Ruff, it came out, but ended up with Swerve attacking him, basically kicking the crap out this dude, throwing him into the table. As Swerve said, this is my time, and it's going to start with him. Hopefully, this is going to lead to some type of a push with Swerve and whatnot. Don't know where it's going, but I guess they're trying to get this heel Swerve over by going after Leon Ruff first, I guess. Zoe Stark, I guess, was talking to Regal tonight, saying if she won a match against Io Shirai, which a very high profile match. I'm surprised this match was actually already happening right now, given that we just saw this girl debut last week. I think she was part of those new signings, which they talked about today also, which a lot of new signings in this new class for NXT. A lot of people, some that we already see right now that they've already had on TV from Eli Drake, but we already know they signed Taya and Rick Steiner's kid, and that Parker Bordeaux dude that everybody keeps thinking he's the new Brock. Blake Christian from Impact. I'm not going to go through the whole list right now. I don't know who some of those people are, like this Christian Casanova dude. So a lot of signings they had today. Zoe Stark was one of them too, and whatnot. But we're going to get to that match in a second. Cameron Grimes, who was Goofball Grimes, I like to call him now. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase videos he was watching. And talk about the one where the kid was dribbling for cash back then, and I guess he asked one of the staff guys, like, "Hey, listen, if you can, dribble this, bounce the ball or whatnot 10 times, I'm gonna give you this money." Which the dude ended up doing it, and the guy told him, like, "Listen, you forgot to kick the ball away. That's how you stop it." Which Grimes started getting pissed. Oh, I should have watched the rest of the video. So whoever this staff guy was, he just got a whole bunch of money. So yeah, Grimes loses money right here after watching a Ted DiBiase video. But next, we had Io Shirai versus Zoe Stark. This was good. This was a good showcase for Zoe Stark. I thought it was kind of early, given that, like I said, we just saw this girl debut last week. So I'm like, really, you couldn't put against the champion right now? I know they botched the whole promo with some technical difficulty that was going on, but I was just surprised they were having to go against the champ already. So I thought this was a good showcase. There was like one little botch at the beginning, but I enjoyed this. This was not bad. Zoe Stark can look like she can be something in NXT. I'm not sure what yet, but this was not bad. It wasn't a bad showcase. Of course, Io's gonna go over, but I like this match though. Io ended up, shaking Stark's hand right after, but Tony Storm came out then, basically saying that Io's ducking her, and listen, back at Takeover, you only won because you pinned Martinez and you couldn't beat me. Io Shirai says, I'll fight you any place, anytime. And Storm says, all right, I'm going to go to Regal and, let's book the match then. You're on. So that's going to happen. Next, they went back to Gargano and crew, basically talking about Theory as, what's going on. And that Loomis should go to jail for all the kidnapping and everything. And what they told Indy to ask their brother what they think about Loomis and whatnot. Indy basically said that she thought Dexter Loomis was hot and whatnot, and basically Gargano sending him to therapy. Basically, Indy Hartwell, yeah, she wants to fuck him, and I said this, she's from Australia. That they like to go down under, if you get what I mean. So that's Australia, folks. They definitely like to go down under. Think about that joke. So yeah, Indy, yeah, she wants Dexter Loomis all of a sudden. We went back to more Cameron Grimes, Goofball Grimes himself, doing another one of these $1 Million Man Challenge videos, which there was some people standing, I guess sitting down. So, all right, what y'all want to try to do this dribble challenge? Whoever this woman that stood up, basically taller than him, saying he paid her $1,000 if she can dribble the ball 10 times, which she ended up crossing over the ball as Grimes had tried to kick it away, which she says, all right, I did it. I want my money. And Grimes gave her the money and basically pissed at Ted DiBiase, man. He's not smarter than me. He's not smarter than me and whatnot. And, basically saying, I'm going to win this challenge, man. So, yeah, Grimes out here losing money to everybody right now, it looks like. We now return back to Mortal Kombat as Zia Lee went against Casey Catanzaro. Funny, she deleted her Twitter. Woo! I'm not going to go into the whole mask thing right now, but man. Delete your Twitter there, don't you? Wow. I would say this is mostly a way for Zia Lee to kill Casey right here. Kind of like a showcase. Yes, we've seen Casey in some squash matches already. But now, yeah, she ended up destroying Zia Lee ended up destroying Casey. I'm sorry, I think I got that the wrong way around. I spoke to my co-hosts about this tonight, and basically, it was like ref stoppage because Zia Lee kicked, stomped Casey's leg to death on the outside of the ring, and when she dragged her back in, the referee called the match off with ref stoppage, which, Kaden finally got in after, which, Kaden, she didn't even try to, go back after to help Casey. She goes and questions why do I get a phone call when I'm doing a fucking review right now? What is up with that? I don't understand. I always get a phone call at the wrong time. It's like every time I do a review, I'm always getting some phone call happening. But yeah, as I was saying, no, yeah, my co-host Kaden, she goes to whoever the Orochimaru looking motherfucker is sitting right there with Neo and whatnot, and it's just kind of crazy. He said that why is she blaming her when it was Zia Lee that attacked, beat what basically killed Casey right there? We gotta remember that whoever the masked figure is apparently brainwashing or some type of thing going on or mind control. I don't even know what it is, honestly. Maybe mind control or whatnot. To just use Zia Lee to beat up her former friends and whatnot. So still don't know where this is going though. I still think Boa looks like Neo from the Matrix, and basically, Zia told Kaden that she is next, so they're going to purge them or whatever's going on with that. But I'm 50-50 on the whole angle, but it was a good showcase, though, for Zia Lee to make her look like a monster. They showed a video package for Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler to go against Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez on the 3rd, but the match is actually going to happen next week now. I thought it was going to happen on the 3rd. I don't know why they changed that all of a sudden, so kind of strange. Uh, Next, Cameron Grimes is back in the parking lot, pissed off what was going on with the dribble challenge, which the guy had got involved, but Grimes punched him, and then basically he left the guy with all the money right next to him, because then he's like, "You can kiss my grits, Ted DiBiase. I go straight to the moon, to the moon, the moon, the moon, the moon." Next, Grizzled Young Veterans, Killian Dane, Spud. I thought their promo was funny. I'm surprised they actually let James Drake talk this week. But Gibson called what Dane, Spud, Shrek and Donkey, and soon to be recognized. Okay, tag match, I'll say that. Grizzly Young Veterans got the win with the ticket to Mayhem. So I enjoyed the Shrek and Donkey line, and pretty good match though. I like those guys on the microphone. So we'll see where that goes. Oh yes. Next, Killer Kross. Well, not Killer Kross, I should say. It's funny. What they had Dane help Spud to the trainer's room, and what Alexander Wolf saying is supposed to be a monster. Why do I feel like Killing Dane is going to be joining Imperium, and that they just couldn't get Walter over in America for some reason? I feel like that's going to happen. But yes, Killer Kross there. Went against Santos Escobar. Kross, who was making his entrance, but I guess says what? Not Mendoza, but Escobar's crew was out there standing by the SUV. Kross came out of nowhere and attacked. Basically, both of these guys fought on the outside by a semi truck, which Kross had threw him into the truck, but Escobar ended up pulling the door down, kind of hitting like his arm or like shoulder and whatnot, which Kross recovered, and Escobar got in the truck then. Kross got a pickaxe hitting the truck. Mendoza and DJZ got involved, but DJZ got thrown into the hood of the truck and then threw Mendoza into the truck then, which Kross kept coming back for, but his crew got involved again, jumping Kross, throwing him into the trailer and whatnot, which they dragged him back in the inside. But as they went back into the building and whatnot, Kross ended up throwing both DJZ and Mendoza through the plexiglass, killing both of these guys, by the way. And then Big Boot and Escobar in, taking him out. Getting a steel chair in, which, what was it? Mendoza got a steel chair. I'm surprised he got back up that fast, but he got a steel chair. Kross threw him over. Escobar basically came in and threw him into the steel steps, which he got the upper hand in, and even put a chair across his neck, knock him into the ring post, DDTing him onto the chair then, getting him back into the ring, hitting him with the suicide dive then, Depths of Hell, which Escobar basically started working on Kross's arm then, since that was like the weak point to it. What does he do? Like, he hit him with like a Three Amigos then into the ring, but Kross basically got out of it then, hit him with a big suplex after that. Of course, Escobar's crew got involved again. Kross ended up throwing them around and whatnot, even knocking Escobar into the post in, big booting him, even got a chair, which he got the chair in, and I think he started swinging at both of them then, because what happened after that? Escobar was like trying to pull Kross's arm into the ring post, but Kross pulled him back, and then Kross ended up he grabbed Mendoza and threw him into the went to the barricade, and even caught DJZ and powerbombed him into the barricade then, which next thing you know, Kross ended up getting a big Doomsday Saito onto the announce table, onto Escobar, throwing him back in the ring, hit him with another Doomsday Saito, and then hit him with a big forearm to the back of the head, which Kross won. I would say this was a brutal match. This was highly expected. Kross basically murdered all three of these guys out here, and just really no surprise to all this. I will say it's best they did make it a no DQ, but at the same time, this was basically a 3-on-1 match. That's all this really was. It was a 3-on-1 match, and Kross still just killed these guys out here. I'm actually surprised Kross sold this much. I'm surprised this match got as much time as it did, because if this was a regular match, Kross would have won anyways and whatnot, but given that it was no DQ, especially at least say, okay, it's three guys beating up one guy, so he's got to sell the one something out here, and they kind of focus on like his arm and everything, since they were focused on like the neck and arm of what was going on there. So I can see why, but in a way, what was the point of this when you think about it? Obviously, this is a distraction for Kross until he goes for the NXT title, but at the same time, why does Kross really need to be beating up cruiserweights out here on TV? Which I've said it before, they don't have really any opponent for Santos there for the cruiserweight title, because who's really in the cruiserweight division around here? Now, yeah, my co-hosts can sit there and say that yeah, everybody's mostly the same size in NXT, which is true. Or they could pull guys from 205 Live. Yeah, they pulled the last guy from 205, and then nobody knew the fuck who he was and whatnot. He still lost. So I said the cruiserweight division really revolves around like 3, 4 guys. But then it got to the point where does he have? Who does he have really to face on here? And then it's like we're sending Kross after him, which basically Kross has nearly punked him out almost in every week of this whole entire feud, which is I know it's the end of now, but um, it's just kind of crazy that, why did this match really need to happen? And it just kind of makes the cruiserweight division and title look bad and whatnot. So yeah, you knew Kross was gonna win and kill these guys out here, and that's basically what happened. I'm just kind of surprised that he sold that much to him, knowing a way, but still in a very brutal brawl out there. I'll say that. We got a promo from Eli Drake saying he may debut this week or next week or months from now, but it's not an insult. That's just a fact of life. Adam Cole came out, basically want to explain his actions to what he did to Kyle O'Reilly. And, he was trying to be remorseful, talking about, why he attacked Kyle O'Reilly. It's made him sick. And, it's made him sick to his stomach. And talked about, in the past, he won the NXT title and everything back. But, Cole says he's ashamed of himself. And, he wanted to tell O'Reilly to his face, but he can't right now. It's because of himself. And Cole said that O'Reilly knows that Cole, hates to admit that he's wrong, but he is wrong. And he said it was a stupid mistake, and I hate myself for it. And, he apologized to him. And he said, I'm going to do everything in my power to fix this. But Roderick Strong, why in God's name did they give this man a microphone? Listen, this whole segment, this is where like the community theater segment happens. Like all these guys sound like they're in a high school play, especially Roderick Strong, which what he talked about. This is supposed to be our trust, love, brotherhood, and whatnot. We're supposed to have each other's backs and whatnot. And you just shattered it all, Cole. And Kyle's gonna heal, but I can't save you, Cole, for what Kyle's gonna do to you and whatnot. Which Balor came out and immediately went after Cole, taking him down. Strong tried to pull him off, but Balor went after Strong. Then he tried to take out both Undisputed Era members, but Cole ended up pushing him into the barricade, which, Strong was he didn't know what to do. He was conflicted, which Cole got on his knees and he apologized and putting his head down. I'm sorry. And, Strong called him a brother. They hugged and everything, and he was going to help him up, but obviously anybody could see this nut shot happen a mile away, which Cole gave him a nut shot, low blow, and called him stupid, you're an idiot, and then basically ripping off, I guess, the Undisputed Era chain and super kicking him, then, you're done, and just leaving him on the ground. Listen, the last segment just felt like it was community theater, okay? It really did. I didn't mind it, but I just swear, and some would say with Cole too, to an extent, he's not that good of a promo, which I think he is good at, but this segment here didn't really do any favors, especially for Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong just can't fucking talk, okay? He really can't. I've said that many times in the past before, and this is a very, very good example of what we just saw right here. He just sounds like he's doing high school community theater or something. It's like a high school play. Brother, my brother, Kyle, like this is about to be sharp, but it's supposed to be our trust and brotherhood and friendship and this and that, and it sounds like I'm reading off of cue cards and whatnot. So yeah, that sucked, okay? He's not good on the microphone. He really isn't. I'm sorry, but he's not. But yeah, it felt like a community theater at the end of this segment, though. A lot would say. But NXT though was still really good though. Good matches. Stuff leading into next week. I enjoyed the Kross and Escobar no disqualification match, even though they told you it was a no disqualification match like 15 times. They had some good showcases. Zoe Stark against Io Shirai, and another good showcase with Zia Lee right there. Destroying Casey, trying to make her look as badass as possible. I enjoy GYD's promo as Shrek and Donkey. Um, the Gargano thing and Loomis, we'll see where that goes. I'm not really sure, but we'll see what happens. Um, yeah, that's very much what happened mostly on NXT to what I can name on here tonight. Ruff and Swerve and whatnot. What wasn't bad. All right, NXT was not bad tonight. Like I said, it was an enjoyable show. Obviously, Cole was going to turn on strong. Like I said, it was coming a mile away. Anybody could see that. So, yeah. But other than that, though, that is my review of NXT. Like I said, very good episode of NXT. And I'm glad I watched this one first and whatnot, okay? But, yeah, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. Tell me what you think about NXT tonight. Did you like the show and wherever it's going on tonight? Just a lot of story progression going on, I should say. So, yeah. So, we'll see what happens. I'm out of here. See you guys later. Peace out.